Good afternoon, everyone. I'm James Crummell. State lawmakers agree that public schools in Pennsylvania should be fairly funded. Defining what exactly fair is where there's disagreement, which is playing out at budget hearings. Dennis Owens joins us now with that story. Good afternoon, Dennis.
Well, James, good afternoon to you. This has been a thorny issue for years. State court said Pennsylvania's funding was unconstitutionally inequitable, so there's now what's called the fair funding formula. The State House appropriations hearings probed the topic. Remember, for several years now, the state has sent record amounts of money to public schools trying to fix those inequities. The formula steers even more cash to schools deemed to have been most underfunded in the past. But now, rural lawmakers are complaining that their schools are getting little or no year-over-year increases, are being penalized, and they argue that is unfair.
We're spending money the wrong way for our schools. We need more performance-based funding. Schools that are getting the most money, we often see that they continue to be underperforming schools. And again, the formula is not working the way it should.
We are only now beginning to right the inequities that have been built into the system for far too long. So give these schools the opportunity to show what they can do with better schools, better teachers, more opportunities for students.
Now, at nearly $20 billion, education is the second largest line item in the state budget. Only human services at $21 billion gets more. So it's a lot of money, James, but there are still fights over how to divvy up that money. That's for sure. Those fights will continue as we head towards a budget. And yesterday, the acting secretary did seem to suggest that more money doesn't necessarily lead to higher performance in schools. Republicans are pouncing on that. We'll have more on that part of the story in our reporting at 5, 6, and 7.
I mean, so you said $20 billion.
Yeah.
That is a huge chunk of money, and it's such a complex problem trying to figure out how to parse out this money to different school districts.
And the problem is you've got some school buildings that were built in the 1800s, as you know, and some of the cities around the state, they're very old, aging infrastructure, lead, asbestos, they're dealing with that. You got some suburban rich palaces. So there is inequity, and they're trying to balance that out. It is not easy.
Yeah, definitely going to be a tough fight ahead. All right, Dennis Owens, we'll look for your full report coming up tonight at 5.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much, sir.